What's up, everybody? I'm in Maryland. I'm back here visiting family and taking care of some stuff with my accountant and my business. I figured I'd light a fire and have a conviction talk because as I've been in Maryland, I've kind of been able to realize where my life's been. Oh my gosh, smoke from the fire. Where my life's been and how I got there. And what I mean by this is I just moved to Miami. I'm back here. And it's crazy how, yeah, I can call this place home, but it's not home anymore. My home is somewhere else. And I look back at that knowing that I only did this like not even like a month ago. I made this huge commitment. But I look back on it and I realize I have some balls. Like I walk by faith. Like I am courageous because taking that leap, I know the me 4 years ago, he would suffer to take that leap. That's a huge commitment. Leaving the comfortability, leaving the safety of my home. Just how, like, when I first started to get in shape and really make my first transformation, I had to have balls to make that happen because no one trusted in the process I was doing, my flex formula, what I teach my clients of how we can still eat Chick-fil-A and Chipotle and lose weight and build muscle. I built my physique eating fast food, crumble cookie, Chick-fil-A. Like I didn't have to sacrifice all that stuff. I was able to manipulate my macros and my calories and be strategic to make this transformation. But everybody kind of like doubted me. They were all just trying to see like, oh, is it gonna work? Is this guy gonna stick with it? And then, of course, I make the transformation because I believed in myself. And then I started posting on YouTube, and I started posting on Instagram. And I always hated the camera because I have cleft lip. I was born with a birth defect, right? And now it's my full-time job. But I'm just looking back from how I got here, right where I am. I'm an online fitness coach. I help other people transform their bodies. And I've been able to transform a lot of others, individuals' lives and their mindsets as well. But I realized in the last 4 years, it took 4 years of constantly battling with myself, making decisions, changing the way I make decisions, stepping out of my comfort zone to get me where I am now. Because now I'm an online fitness coach. I transform other people's bodies. I literally post content for a living. I do social media for a living. And I'm self-employed. And it's an absolute blessing that God has given me. And I don't take it for granted. And I try to steward it the best I can. But with that being said, the thing I wanted to talk about today or tonight in this talk is what changed for me was because for the time before I started this, I was just partying. I was just partying, and I was under this trap, this thought process of somebody was gonna come and save me. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, and it didn't look like they were just gonna kick down the door and bust in and come pick me up and give me financial freedom. No. But in the back of my mind, I always thought I had this safety, like somebody was gonna come and save me. And then when I got in my car accident, I almost lost my life. I realized no one was coming to save me. It was up to me. Oh, the motion light went off. That's how you know the talk was good. That's how you know the talk was good. Anyway, it was up to me. And when I realized that, when I was healing, I broke my sternum in this accident, right? I was all banged up. I told myself, after watching fitness influencer after fitness influencer, that's what I want to do with my life. And guess what? I believed in myself so much to where I knew I had to do it. I knew I had to make it work. I didn't know for certain, for 100% certainty that it was going to work. I believed it did. I believed in myself and my capabilities. I thought, if it's going to require me to get out of my comfort zone and do X, Y, Z, I will do whatever it takes to get there because I realize no one is coming to save me, right? I moved to Miami because, again, I realized no one is coming to save me. I wake up, I'm getting in the best shape of my life. I'm going to be an excellent father, an excellent husband, because I realize no one's going to do it for me. No one's coming to save me. When you realize that no one's going to get in shape for you, no one's going to lose the fat for you, no one's going to build the muscle for you, no one's going to tell you every day, wake up, they're not going to force the pen in your hand and make you write in your journal and make that you're logging goals and you're achieving them. No one's going to save you from that. You're going to have to do it at the end of the day, which means you're going to have to believe in yourself for once. Because if you really think someone's going to save you, as if you're a man, you're cooked. If you're a woman, that's a possibility. Yeah. Go find a nice, wealthy, handsome Christian man. You got it. But if you're a man, you have no option. And I just realized this being in Maryland, I was like, wow, I made all these decisions that made me so uncomfortable, but I don't regret any of them. And it's so courageous because I actually believed all of this was going to happen. I saw all of this in my head. When I went to Miami for the first time, back in November, I told Josh, I told Emily, this feels like home. Why do I feel like I'm going to move out here soon? Like, why do I feel like this can be my life? I told my big sister that on the phone, and look what happened. Months later, I ended up moving there. It's one thing to talk about it. It's one thing to then do it, but it's one thing to see it all the way through and believe in it. Because you could do it, but if you don't have faith in yourself or belief, you're going to do it to the bare minimal. And nothing's ever going to happen. That's why you see the same people in the gym who show up for the New Year's resolution. They do the bare minimal, they show up for a month, and then they quit. It's because they didn't have the belief behind it. It's the same person who says they're going to start that project or do this grind or start a business, but guess what? They put the bare minimal effort. They do one side job, and I'm getting cooked by this light, y'all. They do one side job. They do one side job, and guess what? They're closing up shop. They had enough. The other primary job got too busy. You have to see it through. You have to do it knowing that it's going to work. There is no perfect decision. Some of you guys think, oh yeah, man, I know no one's going to come and save me. But yet you put the responsibility of you getting in better shape or getting more financial freedom, making more income, you put that responsibility on your wife, on your friends, on your boss, on your girl. Oh, I got to see if they're cool with it. What do you mean, brother? She's not coming to save you. We know this. Your mom might love you, but she is not coming to save you. That's not her job. Her job is to give birth to you. Take care of you until you got old enough so you can take care of her. Your girl, oh yeah, I'll see what the wife says. What do you mean? You're the leader. You are the leader. You have to be the one who believes it and sees it through and leads the operation. You putting the responsibility on your wife, that right there just tells me that you do not believe in it and you think she is going to save you. Maybe she isn't going to save you in the way you think is like financial freedom. Saving you as in taking the responsibilities and stress and burdens that come down to making leadership decisions. Do you really want her to save you from that? Because if she's making all the decisions, if she's saving you from the decisions that are going to make you a better man, where is that going to put you? In a position of more power and authority, or is that going to put you in a position of weakness and comfort? Right? And then when she looks at you based off of every time it comes down to make the hard decision, the house needs to be repaired. You want to finally start this diet, but you always have to check in with her. And you do that because you want to put the responsibility on her because it saves you the stress and the hassle and the commitment. Guess what, bro? You can't escape that. She sees that in real time. No one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. You have to save yourself. It is not anybody else's responsibility to save you, especially as a man. If you are a man, you are called to lead. And that all starts with being able to save yourself before you can save your family, your kids, And that all comes from taking responsibility, making decisions, and seeing them through. That's it. That's it for this video. If you're watching this right now and smoke's killing me. If you're watching this right now and this made a lot of sense to you or maybe shifted your perspective, definitely go check out my other video. This is my second conviction talk. I'm super happy about this series. I'm 25. I don't got it all figured out, but I have taken a lot of risk and I have made big decisions and I have chased my dreams to the fullest, and I'm pretty much living in my dream state. I want to be able to talk about my business on here. I don't think I'm like really eligible to give business advice yet, but I know I'll be there, and I know I might not be super credible on, having children, but I was a child who grew up in a very, very toxic environment, and I've seen things that no one has seen before. So, I have traumas. I have a whole bunch of things that I've grown up with, and I was able to overcome. So I think that's why I'm a pretty good candidate to talk about this type of stuff. But yeah, guys, it's been real. Thank you for tuning in. If you have been liking the series so far, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what topics you guys want me to talk about and speak some wisdom to. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Peace.